Good morning and happy Saturday. I woke up with a little bit of energy and I think I'm finally going to tackle, or at least start to tackle, the organization of these shelves. So I have a bit of a dilemma. I'm planning on adding one more shelf and just make this whole wall like shelves. And so in theory, I think I was going to do the left side was going to be red, right behind my chair. So I don't need to pull it out as often. What I've read, and then I would continue on to the next shelf, books that I've read. And then finishing up with empty space and books that I haven't read. That is the plan. Right now, I don't think I've ever showed you, but I have books that are a mix of read and haven't read. This is a bad example. This whole shelf, this one I've read. But for example, I have not ever read The Shadow of the Gods, which is the Bloodsworn series. I haven't read that one. I haven't read the Walking Dead series. These are my boyfriend's books actually, but I do want to read this one. But I read the Shatter Me series, and I read, of course, ACOTAR, and I've read Claire Gilmore, so they're kind of just all over the place. And I think the best way to start this off, at least, is to have kind of some sort of organization between what I've read and what I haven't, because that's how I had my book sorted last time. I think it was easier to find a book when it's all the unreads are all in one section. I know some people don't agree with me and they put them in their shelf immediately, but there's no right or wrong. I think that is the plan though for now. We will see how long I keep this up for. Grab some more books. I did so much. I'm actually so proud of myself. This looks pretty good. I have all the red stuff here. I'm struggling because I'm running out of red space, and I know I have more books that I've read, but the unread space is very empty, so I might just start moving things down. I might start moving things down from up here and then keep my unread in the lower section, because I think probably these 4 could be fine for all of my unread books. I should have less than 130 because I had 131 or 133 by last December, So we will see how this ends up going, but yeah. This was my day 1 progress. So I did sort a whole bunch of books. These are my unreads for now. These are my reds. The red section is a lot more cluttered and it gets me nervous because it's not that I hope I don't have that many more red books, but I want to get my next shelf, but I have to wait a little bit because I've overspent quite a bit since the move. And so that's not been my priority, but it feels better. It's not organized by series or anything, but just the idea that everything on one side has been read, it just makes it easier. I could just sort literally one shelf and not feel like I have to really touch the other shelf so much. So that's pretty good. Yeah, even though down here, so I didn't move that, but down in that bottom shelf, those are all unread books as well. Technically, they can be moved over because this shelf is full. So actually, maybe I'm wrong because I don't know how many books fit on a shelf, but if it's 130 books of about 130 since December unread, maybe it's going to take up one whole shelf. Because I had 3 shelves in my living room, but I also had 3 shelves or 4 baby shelves in my bedroom. I think I showed you in my video last year. And so they probably equal out to a whole shelf, which means I think I'm just going to get one more shelf, and that's that. But we'll see what I actually end up doing. In theory, I would move the Hunger Games over, and even if I do want to reread them, I've read the first 3. I just need to do the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and the new one. So yes, we'll chat later about some other things. So I built the 3rd shelf and I just put these books like this. Another day of book organization. So you might have seen this in the last clip, but I got a lot of it done actually. So this top shelf is actually all organized and alphabetized. I have the section. This is part of my July TBR, so going down. I did these. These are books. This is part of my TBR plus books that I just want to read because I did do Fourth Wing this month. And so I put the second one here. I alphabetized this row, and I'm basically on the next row right here down here. So I'm really excited. I do have a few more stacks of books. I'll show you really quickly. Right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of books. And so my goal is to try to get these at least off the floor onto the shelves. And so I'm going to take you along with me while I do that for a bit. So as you saw, I'm pretty much done. I still have a few, these are TBR stacks. But over here, I'm pretty much done. I'm just missing one stack. So my camera overheated, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just hang you guys up right over here and you guys can see what's going on. Hello friends, and as you saw, I have been organizing my shelf. My hair is up. I am sorry it is not done because I've been sweating trying to build this, organize this shelf. So I'm going to take you on my book tour. We're going to go and start it. Oh, that's not perfect. Okay, so up here I decided to alphabetize my books. As you can see, I have everything organized. I decided to put the Cruel Prince books on its side. I have the special edition one. I don't know if you can see it. Whoop, right at the top. And so I think I could add then like Oak's stories as they continue, and that's the thought. In this one, again, continuing on with the idea that I am alphabetizing. You see my Dan Browns, the Pierce Browns, Allie Carter. Over here, some Catherine Center. My Chelsea Curto collection here. Then we go downwards. Oh yeah, taking it down now. We have the Sarah Dessen collection here, Tara DeWitt, Catherine Doyle's collection, The Wedding People, and Fargo. I have my Stephanie Garber books, and the rest will continue here, I guess, at some point. And then we come down. We're coming down pretty quickly now. We have Two Twisting Crowns, more of Rachel Gillig, Hannah Grace, Jessa Hastings, Allie Hazelwood, all my Emily Henrys, Frank Herbert, Holly Jackson, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Abby Jimenez, and then over here I have some Letizia Larini, and then my Sarah J. Maas, and my Tara Maffis. My Throne of Glass books I decided to put on, you won't see, on the very, very top of my bookshelf. I think I'm going to make that my all-time favorites shelf. I haven't gotten around to actually organizing it, but it just made the most sense to put them up there because they're so tall and it takes up a lot of, like, shelf height. I have, what's her name? Morin. Shelby Morin. The Serpent and Dove trilogy down here. Single Mandana. My Carrie Maniscalco, George R. R. Martin, and my Rachel Mead books. Oh, and then we move over here again. Stephanie Meyer, Annabelle Monaghan, Lynn Painter, my Ashley Poston, to Rebecca Ross. I have my L.J. Smiths, and if you haven't read the Night World series, please do. They are so, so, so good. Then continuing on, it's the last bit of books I have right here, because it moved on to this third shelf, and that's just some extra people that I like again. Then, over here, which I did show you a different day, I did create an unread bookshelf. I read some of these books on top, like I read these Elle Kennedy books. I don't know, I think I want to reread them because I want to read the spin-off series, so I left them there. These are continuations to series or books that I want to reread. Like again, I read The Hunger Games, but I want to reread them, so I left them here. Again, all of these unread books, and it's getting a little out of hand because it's a lot more than I expected it to be. But yeah, that is my book tour. It has been something that I've been trying to do since I moved to this location. So I'm pretty happy to get these books off the floor and finally onto the shelves. I don't know if this is going to be, it's not going to be its final place because I always have them alphabetized, so things are going to be constantly moving, but that's going to be kind of fun because then like at least your background, because I always have typically the first shelf as my book background, will be moving. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.